In 1970s, Cat Stevens was in love, or at least he thought he was. His muse was a striking young woman with French-American beauty, Patti d'Arbanville, a model and actress whose presence had captivated him. She was his inspiration, the subject of one of his most haunting songs, Lady d'Arbanville. The track, with its mournful, almost medieval melody, sounded like a lament for a woman who had died. But the truth was more painful in its simplicity. She had merely left him, pursuing a life far beyond the reach of his devotion. That same year he wrote another song, Wild World. This time the tone was different. It was a warning, not a funeral dirge. It carried a bittersweet kindness, a resignation that love wasn't always enough to hold someone close. He sang as if from the depths of experience, though in reality he was barely in his 20s. The woman in the song was again her, the one he had written poetry for, only to watch her slip away into the chaos of fame, fortune, and all the dangers he feared. She had already moved on, stepping deeper into the glamorous world of acting and high-profile parties. Hollywood embraced her, and so did others. Among them was another young man, a confident figure who, unlike the soft-spoken musician, was brash, ambitious, and built for the kind of success that thrived under bright lights. While Stevens retreated into his music, into philosophy, and eventually into faith, this man was just beginning his own rise, carving a path in an industry where charm and sharp features could take you far. The contrast between the two could not have been greater. One was a poet in exile, turning away from the world that had given him everything. The other was stepping into it, ready to claim all it had to offer. As Stevens withdrew, giving up music and disappearing from the public eye, the man who had taken his place by her side became a household name, an icon of an era defined by fast cars, pastel suits, and the neon glow of 1980s excess. That man was Don Johnson. He married Patti d'Arbanville, the woman who had once been Cat Stevens' greatest muse. While Stevens left fame behind, Johnson ran headfirst into it, eventually becoming a television superstar. Their lives could not have diverged more, but for one fleeting moment in time, they had shared something, or rather someone, who had inspired one of the most beautiful heartbreak anthems ever written.